Hello, Taurus. Sorry, guys, that it's taken me this long to get my act together this month. I'm sorry, but between the Schumann resonance, the geomagnetic storms, the solar flares, it's been nutty, and just trying to keep up has been friggin' nutty. So I'm sorry. So this is like mid-month for you that I'm giving you guys. I normally call this the homework family readings, but spirits told me to change it to home light security, kind of like just we're checking in with our soulfulness. We're seeing what the energy is, and we're seeing if we're working with it or against it, and if we, what's going on, so we know if we're on point or not. Now, Taurus. Okay, bulls. Some of you are definitely in your pride and stubborn and inflexible, but this has to do with change. This has to do with being open to change, because what spirit's saying is what's going on with you is you need to chat. You need, I started to say chime in, but well, on a form it is. You need to check in. You need to allow your flow of your spiritual, intuitive, creativity energy to flow. And for some of you, you're wanting to push to receive. You're trying to, like the bull in the china shop. You're trying to push your way through, and you're not really getting far. And it's not that what I'm getting is it's kind of like you're trying to push your way through, but if you was tapping in to your creative energy, if you were tapping in to your source a little bit more, to your soulfulness, then you'd see it's there. But you're pushing so hard that you're not tapping in enough for it to be able to be felt or seen. And the pushing is probably only slowing you down. They're saying, instead of, what are you afraid of about tapping into yourself, tapping into your inner creativity, tapping into your inner child, and exploring where it is trying to take you? Now, before I get into the cards or the astrology, anytime the sun, when we are in astrology, anytime, wherever the sun is in the here and now, that's the house you're walking through. Okay? The sun is about to move into your 12th house, but up until now, all month, it's been in your 11th house, which is talking about your outer world, the memberships, the groups, the committees you're part of, your work friends. And so it's saying, the outer world. Have you been showing the outer world the fun you, not even the fun you, the you that's hidden inside? Have you been showing them your unique individuality and tapping into your creative ability that only is you, that nobody else can have, because that's you? And that will help the flow, because as you really need to get on point with that as quickly as you can, because yes, we're about to have a full moon, but more importantly, you're going to have the equinox, and then this energy is about to go into your 12th house. Depending on your birth date, we'll make it a little bit later, because once the sun truly has crossed, then it crossed the specific point, then it becomes your birth, which is technically next, the month after next. But we're still looking at you're coming out of your 11th house and going into your 12th house, which is where we really don't want to get in the, oh, woe is me, feeling down about yourself. This is about healing. This is about acceptance, coming into your power, making sure that you're not pushing to receive. You don't want to be acting like the lion that's ready to attack because it just got out of the cage. You want to know that you are the lion that rules the kingdom, and that you are in the power. You don't have to attack, because let me show you what I can do. Let me show you who I am. Let me show you that I'm creative enough, and I can trust my intuition, and I can believe in myself. And then they're going to want you anyway. Okay, when I get into the astrology, I'll get more into that. But Let me see. I have what deck of cards is trying to speak. Taurus. What? They're saying for some of you, your ankles may be bothering you as well. And for some of you, it's because you're feeling restricted and don't know which way to turn. Or like you don't know what you want or where you want to take it. You're indecisive. And part of the problem there is being indecisive means you're making a decision that you're not choosing to be conscious about. Okay, that was a little too mixed in. They're telling you to dig deeper into who and what you are because it's all there for you. It's just will you dig in? The rewards are coming. The rewards are coming. This is the Seven of Wands. Okay, so this is you coming, being the warrior that is returned with courage, with valor, showing, like I said, showing your source energy, your soul self, your authentic self. This is you coming back to you, having courage and showing the world the great individual that you are. It's just for some of you, I guess they're really getting on you and going, what are you afraid of? Just point blank, what are you afraid of? Because until you face yourself, you can't change it. Or you can't move forward. Now, Taurus, what else needs to come out for Taurus? What else needs to come out for Taurus? They're saying some of you definitely you need to do some third eye meditation. You're getting the Six of Pentacles, bringing it into reality. This is, finding the confidence in yourself, rising and hoping, finding your hopes and your spiritual maturity coming into accomplishments, setting the building blocks that will move you forward, inward reflection, as well as inward connection. For me, this is also kind of like stepping into the Magician card, stepping into the power of who and what you are. So in a form, this is definitely something that this is a never ending thing of coming into the power of yourself. But some of you've got to get past some resentment, repressed anger that you're holding on to that's slowing you down. You're getting Six of Swords, which speaks to us of, coming into knowledge, coming into understanding, mature balance within your reflection and your realization. It is also, for me, it is Arun Dagaz. It's your inner space. It is your unexpected consciousness coming into consciousness, which is kind of like what I was already saying. So it's you coming back to yourself, but believing in it. Believing in it to where you don't have to be the bull with the horns because you already have the power. You know it. So this is just more or less coming back to tapping into the skills of you, coming back to your inner hierophant. So this is definitely a good thing. In some cases, they're telling you to be the hermit. It's definitely a good thing, but at the same time, I'm giving you the warning as I get into the astrology here, because this could be a very healing time as you approach, the next half of this month and the beginning of next month, because you're going into your 12th house. And it all depends on if you're in your 12th house trying to point fingers outwardly at everybody else and trying to be in denial and trying to sweep everything under the carpet. I say all the time, you can sweep all the trash, all the dirt, everything you don't want to see underneath the carpet, but it's still there. It's just hidden in plain sight. So we're talking about, are you staring down your facts, bringing healing to yourself, acknowledging who you are no longer, and making the changes? Or are you sweeping it under the carpet and hoping that you can avoid it? And that's going to have a lot to do with where we're going. Now, let me get into the astrology. Okay. Up until the 20th, when the sun will actually leave Pisces, you've been in that 11th house. The 11th house are the groups, the memberships, the people that you keep from the outer world, like work friends. And what these groups, these people, these memberships mean to you in your life. Do they support your goals, your dreams, your ambitions? Do they support your growth? Or are they kind of just there trying to, push their way through, and in the long run push you back into that restricted area? So this is saying, do you have the right committees? Do you have the right groups, the memberships? Now, the thing is, you have Pisces energy, which is the universal 12th house, which is what I've been talking about, is your 11th house with that outer group of people. But you have Neptune here, you have had the sun here, and it will be here till the 20th. You've had Mercury in here. Mercury is flying through here, wants nothing to do with this energy. It'll be out of that 11th house and in your 12th house by the 27th. All right. You have the sun, Mercury, Neptune, and Jupiter, which gives Mercury, until it gets out of Pisces on the 27th, giving it kind of a Mercury retrograde feel, a little over inner communicative with ourselves, whether it's good or bad, a little self-centered within ourselves. We may not be seeing the outer world because we're too busy talking to ourselves. Okay. Jupiter is abundance and manifestation, showing you everything about the groups and the memberships that you keep, and if they're good for you or not. Do they support you, or are they manipulating you? Do they love you and trying to cherish you, or are they using and abusing you? And Jupiter is there to show you everything. If you can sit still long enough, get out of your head, and use the communication of your eyes to show you what really is going on. Okay. The sun is here illuminating it just as well. This is magic. This is where you're capable of creating exactly who you want to be and bring it into fruition. But it does have to do with you having the right groups and memberships that will support you becoming and growing into everything you want to grow into. Okay. So this is where we're viewing things. Now, as it moves out of this house, it's getting into your 12th house, where you have Chiron. The sun will be coming in on the 20th on the equinox. The energy of the equinox is going to be off the chain already, because you can feel the energies that have been going on, and it's where grief, sorrow, shame, blame, insecurities are. It's where we sweep everything underneath the carpet. It's where we hold on to our inner insecurities, our self-deception, our self-undoing, our self-denials, where we become our own bad habit. So, and Mercury will be in here with Chiron and with, I think it's Pallas. Yeah. So this is saying you can intelligently work your way through this soulful healing of what you're about to start feeling. But if you've been acknowledging the truth up till now, it'll be a whole lot easier. And it'll start to move you forward. But will you allow that communication to get in your head with, oh, woe is me. Oh, I don't want to see that. I want to ignore these things. Because if you acknowledge the parts of yourself that need to heal, because Chiron's here saying there's something that you're not moving forward in. There's a part of your power you're not owning. And you have to come into ownership of that in order to actually start to harness yourself and your power. So we're looking at that and understanding where that needs to go. And you're going to start walking through this. I don't wish the 12th house on anybody. The 12th house sucks. Okay. And up until it gets to literally your birthday, you'll be entering into this energy. So this is about truly being honest with yourself and seeing the truth so that you can make the changes. And some of these are hard changes, but they're very powerful ones that can redirect everything for you. Now, as you get into your first house, this is talking about your character, your personal self, your personal view of yourself, how the world sees you, how you think the world sees you. Okay? It's what the people see about you most, as well as what you believe about yourself, which often are two different things. Uranus is here. Uranus is not powerful in your sign. It's not the most powerful. So it has to work to find its security. In Taurus, it's also the second house on a universal scale. So this is talking to you about stepping into your self-worth, your self-value, your self-esteem with your own independence, your own individuality, your own uniqueness, and bringing that character out to show the beautiful thing that you are and the freedom of who and what you are by believing and having security with who and what you are. On a universal scale, that second house, which is your first house, also is where manifestation takes place. This is how we feel about ourselves. That level of security, level of value, that has a lot to do with what manifestation we bring to us because it's how we feel about ourselves, how we identify with ourselves. So if you're not identifying with yourself in a healthy way, your manifestation is going to come in half-cocked crazy. It won't come in the most healthiest. So this is about bringing the healing forward so the manifestation comes forward. The North Node is now in your sign for the rest of the year, and it's going to be teaching you how to come more into the character of who you truly are, feeling yourself, believing in yourself, identifying with yourself, and then learning how to harness the power of yourself by owning it. So, I mean, that's a very good thing. Now, your second house, though, is trying to teach you the North Node was in your second house, but now it's in your first house. So, what's still going on in your second house is what's left over, okay, from last year. And this is Ceres and Lilith. This is asking you about your self worth, self value, self esteem, about what makes you feel good, the small possessions that help you feel good. Like for some people, their small possessions that help them feel good are their crystals in their pocket, or maybe the clothing that they're wearing, or their cell phone. These are the things that help us be us. Okay, now this is saying, what about the yourself and the things you carry that are part of your life? What nurtures you to be the best you can be? What nurtures you to love yourself and to bring that light to the world? Because Sirius also speaks to you about what are you neglecting? What is neglected that's not building your self-worth, your self-value, your self-esteem? What is being neglected that's keeping the manifestation from coming in as fluently as it should? When you get rid of what you've been neglecting because you're now nurturing it and you're coming into the power and the fire of who and what you are with Lilith, then it's going to start bringing you that independence, that manifestation, the the more money even. It will bring you more positive things, but all of this has to do with you identifying with your character in a positive or negative way with yourself. Now, from there, we're moving all the way over to your seventh house. Has the south node in it. This is saying there's something about the relationships that you've kept all of your life, that there's something that's probably not necessarily good for you anymore. And it's time to start addressing it. There's a viewing of your relationships in the past that kind of has an expiration. It's just not good anymore. That was good for a relationship in the past. Having that category, having that character within our relationship was good in the past, but now not so much. And for yourself as well as the people in your relationships. The South Node is everything you're really good at but it doesn't serve you anymore. So it's showing you in the relationships that you've outgrown or that they've outgrown you. And why? What about you is changing? What about you are you hiding from these relationships or from yourself of what you desire in these relationships? That is the way to work through and identify with the relationships because of the South Node being here. That's going to be happening all year. Okay. Now you get into your 10th house, which is the outer world, the political outer world. It is your jobs. It is your honor, your reputation, your prestige, but it's also your social foundation. It's how the outer world sees you because this is how you present yourself. This is Aquarius for you, and it is loaded now. So you're starting to be put on question as we come into this energy now. And you've got Venus here, you've got Mars here, you've got Saturn here, you have Vista here, and you have Ura here. So this is this outer world, the career world, the political world. It is speaking to you about not just how you manifest, but how you're seen, how you're viewed, what are you putting your time and energy into? But it's also the authority of the outer world. So this is asking you, where is it that you need to step up to the plate and take courage and set new boundaries on the authority that's going on outside of you? Where is it that you're not down with the way things are going in your life anymore and they need to be shifted in a new direction? And in the workplace, in the political arena, in the, like I said, in the work friends, the outer community. So where are you seeing that you're not being valued properly? And you need to, oh no, we need to shift some because I'm worth something. I'm not a team. I'm me. I deserve just as much as everybody else, and you don't have any power over me because I have power of my own. So this is having the courage to start setting all of these boundaries and watching the world change. Your main thing is you've got to watch your inner 12th house when it starts after the 20th, because this might start off with, oh, I feel really good about this. I'm going to do this. And then I kind of got lazy about it. And I didn't really do it. And oh, wait a minute, I want to do this. And I'm going to feel really good about it. But then you didn't really move forward and doing it. And this is about holding your ground, sticking to your creativity, believing in yourself, and setting the foundation of what you want to see heal and change as you come into your rebirthing on your birthday around this time. I love you guys, and I will see you next month. Bye.